This video is sponsored by Big Boy Gaming. Follow the link in the description below for all of your card gaming needs. What's going on, guys? This is Mike here from the Edison Club, joined by teammate Austin Butcher, who managed to make it into the top 12 today with his Hero Beat deck. Austin, anything you'd like to say before we get started?
I was really shocked today. I can't believe that 50% of the players were Hero Beat players. I knew coming into the event that it was tier 1, definitely, but to be the most represented deck today was kind of crazy. I think there was like 3 or 4 agent decks here. 3 or 4 Tengu players.
The playing field was mainly all Hero Beat.
So it was just insane. If I would have known that, I would have built my deck a little bit different, main decking some stuff, and I'll talk to that during the profile. But I don't know. Tier 0, Hero Beat?
Yeah, Tier 0, yeah. That's
deck. No question.
All right, let's jump into this deck profile.
All right, I just wanted to be super consistent with the build, so, of course, Stratos.
Oh, you got this ulti?
Yes, sir.
Very nice ulti Stratos here.
I appreciate that, man. You know how I like my rarity stuff. So I want to talk about this, Ocean. I know a lot of people don't play it in this format, but sometimes it can be slow in this format, and you play so many traps in this deck that you can protect it. So many times today, turn 1 I would go Stratos, of course search the alias, and then open this card. And, turn 2 or 3, you get to summon this, you get the Stratos back, normal summon, you can pop stuff, you can wombo combo. So I think this card's very slept on. It's still a water target for AZ. And I played other Snowman. I originally had double Snowman, cut 1 for the Ocean on the way here actually, just because Ocean's so good. It came up a lot today. You were able to +1 off of it. So it's just a really good card. I think it's a slept on. Triple Thunder King, 3 different ones of course. Only way to play it, but best card of the format. This shuts stuff down. Really good in the mirror match. Really good against agents, plants, really every deck there is in the format. What I consider to be the best hand trap of the format, Effect Veiler. It's just really good. I mean, it synergizes with the deck. It's a light. You can do synchro plays with it, which actually came up. I made a Trish once, surprisingly. You can send a light for Miracle. So it just really synergizes with the deck, and I just don't think Maxi is that good in this. It's in the sideboard, but not in the main deck. Honest, and then another little spicy card I played was Fossil Dino, which came up a lot today against plants whenever I played them. I actually put this on the board with protection like Deep Prison Mirror Force, and they attack in with their Reborn, and then thinking they're just going to kill it, but I don't know, it's just really good. I think it's really slept on as well. And that's it for the monsters. For the spell, of course, best card of the deck probably, Miracle Fusion, followed by probably the second best card of the deck, Gemini Spark. It just deals with everything. 3 pot, you just want to be super consistent, and then 2 E-calls of course. I mean, I just want to be the most consistent I could be. I knew, this is a new format that people are re-exploring, so I just want to be super consistent in my build and with what I did. The 1-of's heavy, Miracle, Rhoda, Reborn, Dark Hole. I mean, they're the power spells. You got to play these. 2 Hero Blast, 2-dimensional Prison, and then it feels really good to be able to say this again, but the Solemn Brigade. It's so
Emphasis
nice.
on the Solemn Brigade.
Yes, yeah. These are some of my favorite cards, so to be able to play Warning again, I love Warning. 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, 1 Bottomless, 1 Dust Shoot. Wish I would side this card now. I mean, this card is insanely strong. But if you're like me and you lose every dice roll there ever is, then you just don't want to open up with this card. But that does it for the main deck.
Okay, you want to go over the extra deck next?
Yeah. So I was thinking there was going to be Karkuri here. So, I sided the Cyber Dragon so I can make this, but there was no Karkuris here. Super spicy card, Dragon Knight. This guy can be really good sometimes. All you gotta do is if your opponent has like a Stardust Dragon or any Dragon Sinker or Orient Dragon or anything, you can super poly theirs and take it and then copy the effect. So really good. You gotta play 3 Shining, 2 AZ, and then 1 guy. I don't know why we play this guy. Every hero guy plays this. We never make it. We always tell ourselves we're gonna make it, but we don't. So I'm gonna drop this. Just never get to use it. I only play 4 synchros, and I feel like they're probably the best synchros you can play. Sure Show's just insane. Stardust can come up from time to time. Brio can bounce back to make, plays for you. And of course, Casper's just really good. And then for agents, never played agents, so never got to come up. And then Utopia. Super standard. I just want to be really consistent, like I said, with the build.
All right, let's see this side deck.
So, Triple Max C comes in sometimes against plants and other stuff. I don't think it's really that great against agents, so I don't bring it in against agents. You don't want to bring it in against a mirror match ever. It's really good against like card curry or something, but it didn't show up today. What I think is a better hand trap is DD Crow. It is insane against plants. Being able to hit their bulb, their spore. It's really good against the mirror match. I mean, this is just like the do-it-all card. I really like it. Because, you know, Max C, a smart player is going to stop. You know, they're going to go Tour Guide, you chain Max C, they're going to go to Sangan and just look at you. Or, you know, they're going to 1-for-1, go in the bulb and stop. So I feel like DD Crow just is better sometimes. Cyber Dragon, wish I would have played this at 3 because Thunder King is a problem. Thunder King's insane in this format, and this is just a way to get them to force negate. It's also really good against card curry or something, or, you know, if they make a catastrophe, you know, heroes can have a really hard time getting over it, so you can contact with that. The second Falso Dino, I don't think I ever really sided this in today. Probably would cut it since I already main deck one. And then, of course, you got to play triple MST. I mean,
You gotta flex the 3 different rarities.
Yeah, the 3 different rarities. I'm the world's worst for this, guys. I will have the 3 different rarities of cards. Then the card I wish I would have main deck, Super Poly. Super Poly is just so good. Knowing how many Hero Beat players there were today, I wish I would have done it. Teammate Justin told me that he was main decking it and that I should have, and I couldn't bring myself to do it, but I really wish I would have because it's never dead. There's not a single matchup that it's dead against. It's good against plants, it's good against a mirror match. I mean, every deck plays some form of a light or a water or fire or something, so it's always relevant. Forbidden Lance, I don't think I ever brought this in today, but it can be really good against the mirror match, really good against like GK and stuff. And then the 1 skill drain, I cut this to 1 at the last sacket. I don't like skill drain as much as I thought I would. Probably actually going to cut this for something else. Maybe a second Lance or something. Or a 3rd Super Poly, put Super Poly in the main. I mean, skill drain's good, but it's not really that great against plants. It's really good against agents. It's not good in the mirror match. It can be good against some rogue decks like X-Sabers and stuff like that. Dragoonity. But I mean, those are all rogue decks, and the plan for that's kind of hard.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I think that does it for the main deck and the side and extra.
Okay. All right, man. Well, thanks for sitting down here with us today, and I'm sure that we'll be seeing more of you really soon.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Of course, anytime. This is Mike from the Edison Club signing out until the next one.